Here we go.
Go, we're live.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back after an extended and unexpected hiatus to Insolitus Institute, a Monsterhearts campaign. My name is Rue. I use they or he pronouns, and I will be your MC for this afternoon. We're going to go in a random order based on who's in my Zoom screen. So, Serina, would you like to go next?
Yeah. Hi, I'm Serina. I use she, her pronouns, and I'm playing Cordelia Karma Sawyer, she, they pronouns.
Percy.
Hi, I'm Percy, Liquid Rina, and I will be playing. Oh, I use all pronouns, and I am playing Trix, who uses all pronouns.
Quinn.
I know how to unmute a Zoom call. Hey, I'm Quinn. I use they, them. I use she, they pronouns. We're going to revisit that one later emotionally. I'm going to start over. Hi, I'm Quinn. I use she, they pronouns. And I'm playing August, who uses they, her pronouns.
Angela.
Bless that sound that was made for a pronoun. Hi, everybody. I'm Angela. I'm going to be playing Gabriella Camacho, who both of us use she, her pronouns. And even though no one else has said it, I will anyways. I'm playing from the Hollow playbook.
Oh, yeah. And last but not least, Jessie.
Oh, I'm so glad that I decided to unmute myself. I'm Jessie. I use she, her pronouns. And I'm playing Teague, the Cerberus, who uses all pronouns. All of them.
All of them.
All of them.
All.
Even, huh?
All. Teague collects pronouns when they meet new people. All right. I'm going to do a brief rundown of the last session that we had because it's been a while. For our last session, we had an introduction to our class, which previously had included a sixth member, Ophelia. But Velvet has had to leave the show, so we will be saying goodbye to Fair Character today. And we had a typical homeroom day of class at the Insolitus Institute, wherein it was announced that in a few weeks' time, there would be the summer solstice dance, and that every person is expected to contribute something to the effort, whether it be helping to decorate, helping to plan, or running for the summer solstice court. And of our classmates, perhaps strongest willed amongst them is Karma, who is certainly running for court. And she is running amidst a couple of other candidates, one classmate named Karen, who must be defeated in Mortal Kombat. We also attended a couple of classes with our students. We went with August and Gabriella to theater class, where August hooked up twice in the period of a single theater class, which is just how theater works, I guess. We went to PE with Trix and Karma, and by went to PE, I mean they didn't go to PE, and they went to the hole instead. And if I recall correctly, Teague and Ophelia went to history class, and were partnered up for a project.
And then I scared Ophelia away, and now I'm alone.
Yep, now you don't have a partner for your project. Truly, truly saddening. And did I miss anything important for anyone character-wise in my recap?
Only other thing I can think of, at least for Gabriella, was that she walked out towards like the backwoods area of the school and then disappeared into starlight.
Yeah, and Karma is currently her darkest self.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think a couple of us are our darkest selves right now.
Are more than one of you? I knew Karma was. Was Trix also?
I'm double checking.
I thought it was only that Trix had caused Karma to go darkest self, not was darkest self themselves. That was a mouthful.
Yes, okay, yeah. Only in our specific thing. Yes, Karma is their darkest self and Trix is not.
Got it. And before we begin, I'm gonna give some general content warnings and things to keep a note of. This is a Monsterhearts campaign, so there is going to be some level of romantic and sexual scenarios, which will always fade to black. All of our characters and players are adults. We are playing in a adult academy setting rather than high school for player and character comfort. And also there will be references to drug use and alcohol use, along with sort of the general triggers that can sometimes come along with partying and that sort of culture, and feeling outcast and feeling judged at school, those sorts of things. As well, due to a couple of our characters' storylines, we are also exploring gender and things like that. So please make sure that you are feeling comfortable with all of these topics before you sit down and watch, because your safety means a lot to us. And if at any point you need to step away, please feel free to do so, just as my players can step away and pull us back whenever they need to. We're going to take you to a different day of school. It's been probably 3 days since the last day that you attended. Well, not since the last day you attended school. I don't know how often you attend school or don't. That's up to you. It's been about 3 days since the last day we took a view into your attending of school. And you all filter into the homeroom classroom again. I assume you all come as early or as late as you normally do. Does anyone come and do anything particularly exciting on this Thursday morning?
Every day. Go.
No. Everyday what?
Every day is a movie for Trix, wherein he is the main character. So every entrance to homeroom is you know how at the beginning of a Disney movie, like the main character like rolls in with like a piece of toast in their mouth, or like they're on a skateboard or something ridiculous because their day just like started off wild. That's Trix, but they arrive every single day, right on time. But just like
as the last bell is ringing, or like
as the last bell is ringing, yeah.
So anime protagonist style, like.
Yeah, anime protagonist style. Yeah, like they today they're coming in roller skates.
So Cardcaptor Sakura.
Okay.
Yes. I want you to know that when you began describing Trix as walking in movie style, because I've recently been rewatching the Twilight films for self-punishment, I thought about when she walks in front of the fan and enters the biology classroom.
And Edward.
Trix's character is based very much on Bella Swan, in that Trix is based off of all those TikToks based off Bella Swan as main characters.
So Trix comes in as the bell is ringing on roller skates.
Yeah.
What were you going to say about Teague, Jessie?
I was going to say Teague's going to track down Gabriella because they have her.
Oh, the hormones.
Yes,
yeah,
hormones.
And also, I think clothes.
And I
as
have,
well.
Teague shows up with their backpack and like a giant, like Hobby Lobby-esque reusable bag, just full of sweaters and a couple like really florally things that she's like, oh yes. I think
that's how I have this shirt for today now, actually.
Yeah.
Hobby Lobby reuse.
No, it's not from it's just a Hobby Lobby bag.
No.
IKEA bag.
IKEA bag, yeah. Because
Yeah.
Teague doesn't shop at Hobby Lobby.
No.
Does Teague shoplift at Hobby Lobby?
Yes.
Good.
Yes.
We had to get that established.
Everything's free at Hobby Lobby.
Everything
you can
is
outrun the security
free.
guards.
At Hobby Lobby, if you throw something down an aisle and then walk out the door.
If you run really fast down the glass vase aisle, they can't catch you.
I think so is Teague like waiting like a little bit before like bell rings just to make sure like they pass it off?
Oh,
to
Teague's gonna
Gabriella?
show up like, what time does school usually start? I
Like-
didn't grow up here. I have no
like-
idea.
8:25, 8:30.
Okay, so Teague's gonna show up at like 7:30 and sit like on, you know, the like whatever half walls on the stairs of school, like eating an apple and listening to their Walkman and just waiting.
I kind of imagine if there's like at different points like a window or like some views you can see out to like the forest area. I think you probably just see Gabriella, like you look and she's not there, and then all of a sudden there's like right as like sunlight is like casting over a one spot in the forest, she just kind of appears there, and she's wearing an outfit that's similar to what I'm wearing now, which is
Without
kind of
the
like
flowers
long.
just yet.
Yeah, without the flowers. It's somewhere between like grunge flannel and like baby femme kind of outfits, somewhere in that range. And she looks like she's just carrying on like she's not suddenly appeared out of nowhere and has no understanding of like what's just happened to her. She's just kind of like, oh dear, I'm gonna be late. She's never been late, like ever. She just worries about being late. Yes, she thinks she's going to be late. And she's just like all kind of in a kerfluffle when she like arrives.
I mean, Teague isn't going to go out into the woods to meet her. I'll wait until she's closer to me.
Yeah, no, she comes to you and she sees that Teague is there and he's waiting
Yeah.
for her, she assumes, and then just kind of walks up some level of like somewhere between like kind of dazed and also like baby duckling kind of walk in terms of level of slight nervousness.
So sweet. T's gonna hop down from the wall. I've been doodling on my Converse, by the way, with like a Sharpie. That's what I was doing as I was killing time, listening to my Walkman and eating an apple. And with the giant...
What color Converse does Teague have?
Black.
Oh, well, what were you doodling with then?
Oh, black Converse aren't all black.
That's true.
It's got the white, so I'm...
That's a white bit, that's
yeah,
true.
Yeah. So I think if we want to go into specifics, Teague was like doodling like vines and roses, but so close together that certain parts look all black until you look at it closely, and then you realize, oh, there's actually a design in there. And there's a lot of eyes. Anyways, so Teague's gonna hop down and like go towards Gabriella and say, hey, you probably don't want me to give you clothes in the front of school. I mean, it's a little early.
It's I mean, this is when I always get here. I always think I'm gonna like miss something happening.
No, it's fine. I'm usually out in the back. There's a nice smoking corner that I like to go to. But
yeah.
Do you want to go there? It's a little more out of the way.
Sure. I would appreciate it. And I think two other quick details. I think she looks a little bit more done up today. Like she doesn't have like a lot of makeup or anything like that, but it's clear she has like just basic like foundation and stuff, and it's like smoothed out her skin. And I think for some reason she doesn't know why she has it or is aware of it, but there's like a little pin right around near where clavicle is on the shirt that is like a 3-headed dog, and she doesn't know why she has it.
That was Teague's other self coughing because he's so embarrassed. Well, not embarrassed, just smitten. So as they're going, Teague is 100% just going to say like offhand, like, it's a really cool pin.
Thank you. I don't actually know where I got most of this stuff. I think maybe my mom just might have passed it along to me at some point, or maybe I borrowed it and she's not aware. Oh no. Did I take something I wasn't aware of? Oh no.
Listen, it's not taking. It's just you're borrowing it for an undetermined amount of time. I do it all the time.
Oh, okay. I thought you're supposed to pay for things and then like folks give them back.
Yeah, just
I don't...
it depends on the place and the location. You wouldn't believe the place where you can get free stuff. Anyways,
I just kind of assumed people would give you stuff all the time.
No, I just take things.
Oh, well, I don't know. You seem like people, at least if they're not scared of you, they really respect you or into you. I could see why, but like you're really pleasant and all that, and you're really doing me a nice favor, getting me stuff.
Teague's a little like me pleasant. I need a pleasant isn't. Oh, thank you. I guess it's not quite the vibe I'm going for today.
Did I upset you? Should I have insulted you? Would that have been better? Is that more what you? I don't really know how you do this kind of thing.
You just go through life, Gabriella. There's nothing to wonder or do. You know, you just be yourself. And sometimes yourself is really aggressive, and sometimes it's a little morose, and sometimes you're really happy, and you just have to feel how you feel in the morning.
Is confusion part of that? Because I'm still a little confused over something from a few days ago.
What are you confused about?
Well, I gotta be alone with August for a bit. It was nice, but kind of confusing. I don't know.
Well, Do you
I think
regret?
hook up. I think hook up is the word or the phrase. I don't know. I didn't assume anyone would be interested in me for that kind of thing. So I barely understand what words are around that kind of stuff. I don't regret it.
Then you shouldn't feel confused about it.
Thanks, Teak. And like she goes in for like a really like tight and like much closer than I think she's aware of. I think on a meta level, like it's more of a close, intimate kind of hug, but I think in character she doesn't understand that. But just letting me as a player, letting you, Jessie, know like it is probably going to register to someone other than Gabriella is a little bit like more tender than probably she intends to.
Oh, Teague is a-okay with this hug, but there's gonna be like they're definitely gonna stiffen a little bit, like whoa, wasn't expecting this, and just give like that awkward pat on the back.
A jock pat.
Yeah, it's the jock pat, and I think I'm gonna keep going with this route of slight not knowing what do with, because I love Gabriella for this. I think she pauses and she's like, wait, did I do the wrong thing? Was this the right thing to do? And then like she gives like a quick peck on like your cheek. She's like, was that the right thing to do?
Then Teague, because Teague is a Cerberus, is going to just gently like move, like hold Gabriella's shoulders and like take a step back. I'm not saying it was the wrong thing to do. I'm just, that's not today's cup of tea, if that makes sense to you.
So wait, does that mean like never, or does that mean like another day would be better to do that?
Another day might be better, but I would. Touch is weird for me. Some days touch is really good, and some days touch is not so great. And I'm not saying like it's bad or what you did was. I'm not going to say what you did was bad and that you should apologize, because no, you don't know. But just, yeah. Listen, I care about you, Gabriella, and like I got some clothes for you to try on if you still want to look at clothes.
Her attention immediately cuts away from the conversation. It's like, the kids diving into a ball pit kind of a thing.
Yes.
She has that kind of thing. But I think you just hear a stream of thoughts where she's like, oh, this looks really nice. Maybe I could see if someone else looks nice in it too, and then I could try it as well. Or maybe this will look nice on me someday. And then I think there's like one or two other thoughts that she says really quickly. Then she like realizes what she said, and then she just kind of skips over, where she's like, "Oh, maybe Teague would like it if I wore this one too." Oh, maybe not. Oh, I don't know. Or maybe August would like. Oh, I don't know. Like she says it completely absent-mindedly.
Stream of consciousness.
Yeah.
Yeah. Teague's going to reach in and pull out like a white sweater that's kind of like August's, but has a little floral detail on it, and say, I think this would look really good on you today, or just every day, or all the time. I think it would look really good on you.
Thanks, Teague.
Of course. Yeah. Happy to help.
Well, I appreciate it. You always look really good, by the way.
He's going to look down at yesterday's clothes with a different flannel. Thanks. I haven't done laundry. Yeah, that's all I have to say there.
I mean, I wasn't talking about your clothes, but...
Oh. Thanks, Gabriella.
And I think she just sort of like scoots out and like goes to like go to class early, and then starts you just see her like right next to the door, just trying to figure out, like, she's realizing how many clothes she might want to like work with for that day, and is having that realization of, oh shit, I brought too much stuff. Like when you pack for like something that's like a weekend trip, and you're like, I've brought enough clothing for like 5 days. This was a mistake.
Yeah. At the bottom of that bag, of the clothing bag, are the hormones. But Teek's gonna stick around in their smoking corner, and probably like shake out a cigarette and smoke it, and just kind of reflect on the touch and how this makes them feel today.
Yeah. Just take some space and think about it.
Yeah. Think about relationships as a Cerberus.
Yeah. Are Karma and or August doing anything fun on the way to or in the classroom for school?
What time does Sky get to class, do you think?
Sky gets to class, I would say probably at like 10 after 8, so that she can spend like the 20 minutes leading up to class like doodling and like sitting around.
Okay, so Karma approaches Sky at her desk, and she sits on the edge of the desk, and she looks down at Sky's picture, and she goes, "That's really nice." And then she looks up and she goes, "Do you want to help me with something?"
Thank you. Yeah, how can I help you?
So I'm running for Solstice Queen, and I'm gonna need posters.
Oh, do you want me to make them?
Yeah, I dig your style, and I think that they'd look nice, and I think that you could do me justice in drawing me.
Oh, do you want me to draw you?
Mm-hmm. Or whatever arty vision thing you have for the posters, but we all know Karen is gonna pay for something top notch, so I need something that looks good.
Yeah, I heard her talking about it. She's going and getting portraits done downtown.
Yikes.
Yeah. Would you mind maybe sending me a couple of like your favorite pictures of you, and then I will have a reference?
Yeah, sure, I can do that tomorrow. I'll bring them to you before class.
Awesome. Thanks. This is so cool.
No, thank you, because otherwise I'd have to go with Sears portraits, just like Karen.
I don't think
So.
those would do you justice.
I don't either, but I think you can.
Thank you. And you can tell like she's like visibly excited that you like went out of her way to ask her to do this. And like she's also excited because this means she doesn't have to do a different thing for the to prep for court.
Two birds, one stone.
Yeah. But yeah, and you like sort of see as she turns a page in her sketchbook, and isn't like drawing you, but is like doing like thumbnail drawings of like possible poster layouts.
Yeah.
Just like setting stuff up for herself so that she knows what to do.
I think Cordelia also like reaches out and like strokes the side of her head gently. Like, if you need anything else besides the pictures, let me know. I'll grab that for you. And then I think she gets up and she leaves the classroom because she's going to go get herself some coffee and like smoke a cigarette. I know there's like 15 minutes before class, but she fully is leaving campus and going to get herself coffee. And she'll be back when she gets back.
Fair enough. Yeah, just head on out. You don't need to use the turn someone on move because Sky agreed, but if you want to, you can.
Why not? Let's get some dice rolls in here.
Yeah.
There she is. That's with hot, right?
Yes. Unless your character switches it to something else.
No. I believe that's what it is. And is it 1 die or 2?
2d6.
So that is 14.
Holy shit. Yup. On a 10 plus, you get a string on Sky. And Sky is going to pick of the 3 things. Like as you're walking off, she's going to turn and they say, I'm gonna make you the best posters anyone's ever seen. There's no way you'll lose.
Cordelia goes, "You promise?"
Of course.
Good. And then she winks at her and leaves.
Cordelia's darkest self is getting exactly what she wants.
Question before we move to is it like common knowledge, like would everybody at school know that Karen is getting her portraits done at Sears downtown?
I feel like Karen has definitely like talked about it loud enough that everyone knows.
Okay, noted. Thank you.
What are Trix and August doing on the way into class? Or are they going to class? You guys can also choose not to come to class. Karma's gonna come back when she gets there.
I think August emerges from the theater, because you know they live there or whatever. And I think they're gonna go check Teague's smoking spot and see if they're there. Is Teague there?
Sorry, someone just like got kicked out of our Zoom call.
Oh,
Yeah.
Technical difficulties.
Is it a stream if there's no technical difficulties?
Hang
I don't think
on.
so.
Here, we're just gonna be on the
I'm literally making t-shirts.
Is it a stream if there's no technical difficulties?
Yeah, it's not a Twitch stream.
Hello.
We're back.
Welcome back.
We're
Sorry
back.
for that. We had a bit of a technical difficulty. Hopefully things will be fixed from here on out. August was emerging from the theater where they sleep, apparently.
You can neither prove nor disprove that. But that is certainly where they are coming from, and going towards Teague's general hangout / smoke spot to see if they can catch them alone.
This presumably after Gabriella has come back from there to class. And
Yeah.
Teague is having a contemplative moment.
Yeah. So August will approach and just kind of go, tried to cut my hair last night.
Wait, can I flavor that with like I take a massive puff and there's like smoke and then as the smoke dissipates, it's just you, August, saying that. To which perfect. To which Teague would go, motherfucker. Hi, August.
Hey, Teague.
You tried to cut your hair last night?
Mm-hmm. You didn't tell me I couldn't do that.
I didn't think you'd care or want to.
Kind of done with this look, and it's didn't know I didn't get to change things like that. People might start to talk.
I thought your whole deal was that people don't talk about you.
Exactly.
Well, and T's gonna take another big drag and blow it out in your direction.
It does not affect August in any way.
Perfect. Don't know what to tell you. Have you tried burning it off?
Got a light?
She's going to whip out like a Zippo. A wolf head Zippo, of course. Be my guest.
I was never a smoker. I don't know how to do the thing with the clicky and the.
She just flicks it open and it's on.
I think August holds it up to one of their curls and it doesn't burn.
Yeah. Sure is hard, huh? Living.
Gives you the Zippo back. Actually, no, keeps the Zippo.
Listen, Teague was just talking about taking things without asking, so...
It's borrowing.
It's borrowing for an indeterminate time.
So, you gonna tell me any details yet?
Would it change anything?
I don't know. You make the rules.
You think I make the rules? I don't make any rules. I just follow them. And then...
Never pegged you for a follower.
Pegged you at all? There are some rules even I can't break. Although I guess there are a couple exceptions. And Teague's gonna look at you.
Whatever. And August will go to class.
With that, Teague stamps out her, like, half-smoked cigarette because people keep interrupting them. and just shrug their backpack onto their shoulder and follow after August.
I think, Teague, I'm gonna ask you to roll to shut August down.
Okay.
Didn't want to interrupt your communication, but
D6. Sorry, I'm on virtual dice still. That is roll with cold. Okay. Is it 1d6 plus
2d6.
2d6? Okay. I got a 7.
So on a 7 to 9, you get to choose one of the following. August loses a string on you. If August doesn't have any strings on you, you gain one on them. You can give August a condition, or you can take +1 forward. But in return, August also gets to give you a condition.
Okay. Do you have strings on me? I don't think you do. Do you? Yes, you do. Yes, you do. No, you don't.
You have 2 on me.
I have 2 on you.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I could gain another string on you.
Cool.
Because
and in
sorry,
yeah,
because
sorry,
you don't know you're dead, right? That's the whole thing.
I know that I'm dead, spoilers, but I don't know how or when or why.
Okay, all right.
You do, though.
I do, though.
In return, August, you get to give Teague a condition.
Excellent.
Lay it on me.
I thought I had the list of them, and I very confidently pulled this piece of paper, and it does not have them on here.
I don't think there is
there's
a
list
set
of
list of conditions.
Yeah.
It's just like an emotional state.
Can give one to me.
Trix is embarrassed right now, I think.
Yeah, I have the condition unpredictable, inscrutable, / inscrutable. It's one condition.
I would Teague be. What's the word? I'm trying to think of a good word that encapsulates. I want Teague to remember this. I want Teague to feel bad about it.
Guilty?
Yeah. That one.
A guilty condition?
Yeah.
I mean,
okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah, as August walks off, Teague, you feel sort of like a pit sink into your stomach. Feeling a little bit less confident in your choices than usual.
And
what a start to the school day.
Huh?
Right?
What a start to the school day.
And because of the conversation, I'm also have a condition. I am feeling traumatized.
Oh no.
Oh, me always.
Sorry, August.
Oh me, oh my.
No reason. It's not like I'm dead or something.
It's the me oh my phrasing, but it's like crying halfway through saying it instead.
And last but not least, Trix. Oh wait, you already came in. You scootered in. I forgot. You didn't have a weird
yeah. No, I don't have
a deep and painful morning conversation.
No, I got a smoothie. No, actually, Trix has milk and cereal in a cup with a straw, and roller skates in, and is formulating evil little plans.
Fair enough. August and Teague, are you going back to class or no? Okay. Serina, do you think Karma makes it back for the bell or no?
10 minutes after. Teacher
Got it.
once again is talking, like just starts the lesson, and she walks in with a black black drip coffee. Should not have taken her as long, but here she is.
Here
with
she
her
is.
Coffee.
Then I think Karma might not be here for the opening announcements. And as everyone is settling into their seats, you notice that Ophelia, your classmate, is not here, and their fair desk is empty. And the homeroom teacher informs you all that Faye has decided to withdraw and attend school at a different academy that is closer to where Faye has been living. So Faye is no longer a student with all of you here, but you may still see Faye around town. Faye hasn't moved, just moved schools. But perhaps more shocking than Ophelia not being in Fair seat is that the usual unoccupied desk, the desk that definitely there is a person that's supposed to be there, but you've literally never seen this person in class ever. There is someone sitting in that chair today, but it is someone that none of you recognize. You have never seen this person before. The person sitting in this chair has sort of like sea mint green hair, and she's also wearing like, you know, those like flower crowns, but they've got like the metal leaves in them, like a headband. Looks very like springtime cottagecore aesthetic style. And they're just sitting there quietly smiling. And probably, actually, I will say, probably as Karma is walking in 10 minutes late with black coffee, the instructor like raises a hand to like wave in her direction, and says, "And this is your new classmate, Carla." And before he gets all the way through, she puts a hand up and just says, "Just Lotta. Thank you." And he stops and goes, "Lotta, then. This is your new classmate. They moved here recently from..." And like he pauses and waits for her to answer, and she just kind of stares at him, shakes her head, and goes back to like writing down the information that's on the board.
I think Karma comes in that awkward silence, takes one look at Lotta and takes a sip and goes, "I don't think you sit there," and then walks to her seat. It's not a bitchy like you shouldn't be here. It's just a like, I know that's not your seat.
Like turns their head confused and just goes, "And then where should I sit?"
Not my problem. And then she sits down.
Okay. Goes back to like doodling. You can't quite see what she's drawing from where you sit, Karma. But the instructor at the front of the room says, "Well, now that we're all here, I would like to remind everyone that tomorrow is the last day to get your nominations in for the Summer Solstice Court. So if anyone you know is considering running and hasn't put their name on the ballot yet, be sure to get them in by end of day tomorrow, or they won't be considered." And there is a like tittering of laughter from Karen in the back. Oh, Serina, you're muted.
Sorry, I muted myself. Karma sighs heavily because like she doesn't want to be doing this, but like she can't stop until she does. And so she just puts a single finger up and is like, "I need a ballot."
He takes one from his desk and goes and places it in front of her. Actually, he doesn't even place it in front of her. He like hands it to Skip, who hands it to Annabelle, who then hands it to them.
And they kind of just write their name and then pass it back.
Thank you. I will have this turned in. Looks around. Since I've got them on my desk, is anyone else planning of running for any of the court positions? And you see from their new chair, that is not where they're supposed to sit, quote unquote. Lotta raises her pen and is like, I'm new here. I might as well try something fun, right?
I think Karma grits their teeth because like this is not between Lotta and Karma, and now they're getting in between their mission.
Yeah.
And so it's not that they truly care whether or not this person is running or not, but now there's another thing that is keeping them from their own justice, and that pisses Karma off.
Valid.
Karma's running for Solstice Queen, yeah?
Correct.
Like that's the
Yes.
position. Okay. Trix wouldn't wait until this long, but Trix is good. Trix will have had at some point put his name down for Solstice King.
Nice.
August is gonna raise their hand.
Okay.
And when they get a ballot, they're gonna write Molly for Prince.
Oh, okay. Are you telling Molly that you're doing this?
No, and then they're also going to write Gabriella for Princess.
Oh. And you're not telling Gabriella either.
No, fuck no. And then giving it back without a word.
Perfect. Yep, you pass it back forward to the front.
Wait.
And everyone,
Okay.
everyone's papers who volunteered. There are a couple of other folks who have, like Connor has put himself in for King, but not right now. Like he's done it way in advance, things like that. But the papers are gathered up and placed on the inspector's desk. He's like, thank you all. I'll have these submitted by the end of the day, and I look forward to seeing all of your healthy competition. And he's like, and don't forget, if you're concerned about not knowing what you'd like to do to help for the solstice, you can come and talk to me, or you can come and talk to any other staff member at any time, and I'm sure we'll find something that you can do. And it's about this point where like homeroom is ending. You've got like 5 minutes before the homeroom bell rings and you can go to your respective classes. And he just kind of lets you go wild. This man couldn't control you if his life depended on it, and he's aware of that. You're a bunch of 22-year-olds in a classroom. He can't tell you what to do, and he's aware of this.
I think Gabriella tries to walk over to August in that case. If we're like all about to head out, it's like the last 5 minutes before folks are filing out. Hi.
Hey.
So I don't know how people normally talk about this kind of stuff, so I'm just gonna go with the more direct route. That was interesting. And also a little weird.
I mean, homeroom's like the same every day, so I don't really know what you're...
I meant hooking up.
Who? What? Oh. You mean when we...
August pronouns.
August is suddenly very busy with adjusting their backpack. they don't have a backpack. I lied.
Do they forget that they don't have a backpack and try to
Yes.
look for it?
Yes.
I think her response in that case is just something like, but do you need another bag or anything? I have mine that you could borrow. Like, I think we end up in some of the same classes. right?
No, that's fine. No, I'm fine. I'm fine. This
Listen,
is fine.
If I made you feel weird about anything, I'm sorry about that.
No.
I just assumed that I don't know, that I'd done something to maybe bother you.
No.
Well, what is it?
No.
Okay, I guess this is not a time to talk. If you want to talk about it some other time, I'd be happy to spend time alone with you again.
Maybe, I don't know.
It's really fine. If I didn't look nice enough the first time, I have a whole bunch of other outfits I can try on too.
No, like it's not that. It's
and some of these are, I think, a little bit closer to what you wear. This has kind of been sort of what I thought I could pull off. You always look so nice and all this kind of stuff.
I wear the same fucking sweater every day, Gabriella.
I still stand by my statement. Even if you don't change very like that much day to day, I think you look nice.
Cool.
That too, honestly, but
no. I mean, fucking. Sorry, hold on. Also, my microphone's okay. Okay, fix it. You're fine. I'm fine. You're fine. Everything's fine. It's great. We're really great. Everything's great. Yeah.
Okay. I'll assume you're telling me the truth. I don't see why you'd want to lie to me about anything. So I'll just
no,
assume.
I never lie. That's nope.
I mean, I didn't say that. I don't think I've done anything to deserve being lied to. I don't know if I did, I'm sorry, and preemptively. But if I don't know, it was weird, but I'd be up for it again if you're ever interested. Also, if you need me to change or anything like that, I'm up for it. I mean, clothes. I'm still kind of figuring out kind of the person who I want to be. If I could be more like you, that would be great. But
August is gonna look at you for like too long, like without blinking, and just say, sometimes it has nothing to do with you, you know.
I believe you. I don't think everything always has to mean you have to change either, or you have to stay the same either. Not if you don't want to. But
that's rich. That's really fucking rich. Yeah, okay. And then they're gonna start to get up to go to class.
Yeah. I have a question for Quinn the player. Was that meant to be sort of a shutdown, or was that not meant to be a shutdown?
Kind of. I am playing with the move projected blame because I have the condition traumatized, where I may act as though others have the condition at fault for my death,
Gotcha.
even though you do not have that condition.
No. That's helpful clarification.
Yeah.
I'm partially asking just because if there's anything mechanically to resolve, just double checking.
Yeah.
Like I was also going to ask if you intended to do a shutdown there. Do you want to or?
I think so.
Okay.
Okay, so that's
I think
on August.
they are so aggressively trying to pretend that things are fine, when they are.
Definitely fine.
Okay, but like, what if you were trying to run away?
Yeah, I was actually going to ask if you wanted to run away or shut down.
Oh, can I run away instead?
Yeah, you can run away instead.
Can I re-roll?
Yeah, you can reroll.
Okay.
That was a good sound.
That was a sound of success, which is to say
A
not
12? You got a 12?
Two.
A 2? You rolled snake eyes? Holy shit. All right.
Wait,
Wow,
does
you
this
really
mean-
suck at leaving.
Hey, but you got experience.
You gain experience.
I
Congratulations.
do. Hooray!
Congratulations, you've won a new Sony PC in order to.
I'm winning Monsterhearts, y'all.
You are winning Monsterhearts. Congrats.
This is a competitive game.
You sort of like in a tiff of wanting to get away and be sure that everything is fine. Nothing's wrong. Everything's fine. You like blaze out of the classroom and take a turn, and instead of going to your next class, you just find yourself back at the theater again. It's not your next class, but you are there by yourself. There's not a class in there right now. So you're just sitting in the dark with the ghost light.
Cool.
I think once August goes away, because I haven't for the sake of because I haven't interacted with Cordelia in a bit, I think Gabriella just sort of goes over. I think she I'll say this, rephrase. I think she gives a look towards Teague if Teague is at all looking in her direction.
Okay.
And it's probably something like she's like holding back tears.
Oh no. Okay.
But she likes. I think it's a case where Teague probably knows she's holding it back. She thinks she's hiding it, and I think for most people she is, but probably Teague knows her a little better. But she doesn't say anything to Teague. She just walks over to Cordelia, and she says, "Hey, Cordy."
Cordelia just looks up. She's got a cigarette in her mouth. She was definitely not going to her next class. But she just looks up and she pulls the cigarette from her mouth and she's like, "What's up?"
How do I do what you do?
I think Cordelia sits there for a minute and is trying to figure out what Gabriella was meaning by that, because Cordelia doesn't do anything on purpose.
Right. I think it's a crossing of like, but you put so much effort into doing this, and it's like Cordelia's response is like, "I don't do anything."
I think she just is like, do what?
Get people to really like you easily, I guess. Look nice all the time in the way that I guess other people like.
You look nice, Gabriella. I like that shirt. And I think she thinks about it for a second and tries to think of like, one, whether she's going to engage in this, because like, does she need this on top of everything else? And then I think she just sighs and she goes, "You gotta stop giving a shit. Just stop caring, Gabriella. You're not gonna see these people ever again after we're out of here. So what does it matter if they like you?
But they're going to remember me. At least some of them might. And why would I want to leave them with a bad memory?
What does their memory of you have anything to do with you if you're never going to see them again?
I want to leave a good impression. Folks deserve a good impression. You do that all the time. And I don't know. They seem like she's looking where August had left the room.
Yeah.
I don't know. They just seem neat, and like just kind of, I don't know if I did something wrong.
We're not talking about the whole school anymore, are we, Gabriella?
I mean, no, we're not. Actually, not at all.
Yeah.
She's like, she doesn't do over the top metaphors. She goes very direct. She's like, no, we're not.
Do you want August to like you in a different way?
I think so.
Do you like you, Gabriella?
I think there's a genuine moment where I kind of imagine it's subtle, but I think her eyes just kind of have an element of like starlight on them. And I think she just kind of says something that she's not even aware she says it. I think she just says something like, I don't even know if I'm supposed to be here. And then she like snaps out of it. Oh, sorry, I was losing it a bit.
Yeah. Don't we all?
You never you don't lose anything. I mean, I think if you went for the solstice thing, you'd be perfect.
You didn't answer my question, Gabriella. Do you like you?
Do I have to?
You are all you have at the end of the day. What other people think about you doesn't matter, because at the end of the day and at the end of your life, it's just you and yourself. So if you don't like you, what does it matter? I'm not telling you you have to like yourself, and I'm not telling you it's going to be easy, but I am telling you that things will be easier when you like yourself.
I think she goes back to the start of the start of the thread in the conversation. He's like, and I think she asks again, how do you do it? But after like the same like maybe the same pause again, she asks more directly, how do you just not care about the impact you have on other people or on other people's lives?
Because go ahead. This is Serina saying, go ahead, not Karma.
Yeah, I think she leaves you sort of, I think she starts to walk away, but the last thing she kind of says is like, how do you just not give a damn about anybody?
Because at the end of the day, Gabriella, I think if you're walking away, I think she says this. She's not shouting. I think she just says it. And whether or not you can hear her, it does not matter. Because at the end of the day, they don't care about me. And I think she grabs her bag and goes to look for Lotta.
Yeah, I think the last thing, because I've had a lot of spotlight in this episode. She just looks at Teague one more time. There's a big kind of like sigh, and there's more tears, but she just goes off.
So, okay, Teague has stayed behind at this point because this is important for Gabriella, but also the guilt that Teague feels has now exponentially grown. And so they're going to see you looking at them and just, it's like steel shutter over their face. Like, get up and leave. Because there's a lot of emotions happening.
Are you also running away?
I
Teague?
suppose I am also running away.
All right, roll plus volatile for me.
None of us deal with our problems directly.
Of course not. Why would we do such a thing? Ooh, I have a -1 to volatile. This will be great. It's a 9. It's not
A
that
9,
bad.
okay.
I rolled a 10.
So on a 7 to 9, you get away, but you choose A, you cause A, you run into something worse. B, you cause a big scene, or C, you leave something behind.
I can't think of something that I would leave behind, even though it would be really great. I'm gonna choose I run into something worse.
Okay. You sort of like run your way out, like storm your way out in like whereas August stormed out in the like everything out of my way, I'm getting out of here at all costs way. You've stormed out in sort of the like, if you don't move out of my way, I will move you out of my way.
Yeah, and like the combat boot stride.
Yeah, everything knows to just move from where you are. And you like storm out of the room, and sort of like your feet take you somewhere you're not entirely sure, like you're not thinking about where you're going. And you walk yourself back to the place where you normally go to hang out and smoke. But when you get there, you are surprised to see that there are 3 people already like hanging out in your area. You don't recognize any of them. Like they're not your classmates.
Do they go to the school? Like, do they look like they are students, or do they look okay?
They look student aged, just not people that you personally know.
Teague is just going to stand there, power stance, and say super low, "This isn't your spot."
One of them takes their cigarette out of their mouth and like blows the puff of smoke that they've had and goes, "I don't see your name on it." What are you gonna do if we stay?
Teague's going to... Jessie is trying to think out how she wants to do this. Teague is going to say, "You don't know who I am. You don't care who I am. Do you?"
No, but you've got a pretty nice space here.
Yeah, they're gonna Jughead Jones and lash out physically at the leader of the pack.
Great. All right.
Leader of the
Go right ahead.
It's a 10.
A 10?
It's a 10.
Perfect. On a 10 up, you deal them harm and they choke up momentarily before they get to react.
Yeah, so I'm just going to, like... I think as Teague was talking about, like, you don't know who I am, all that, they were taking steps forward, just, like, slow, deliberate steps. And when they say, "You don't care about me," they're going to lash out by just, like, slam chokehold the one against the wall. And, yeah, they're stronger than they look. So I feel like there's a bit of like, I'm on my tiptoes now.
Yeah, definitely like held up, just like choked up, can't quite talk past the elbow across the throat. And the other two sort of look at each other and see that you've got their like bigger, stronger friend pinned. The two just book it.
My name
And
isn't...
you've got the...
Yeah. You don't see my name here because everyone knows that this is my spot. And now you know that this is my spot. So you'll spread that around, won't you? Good. Now get out of here. And then I'll release them.
Sort of like rubbing his neck. It's like you can see like the like beginnings of a bruise, and he just like gives you a long like somewhere halfway between scared and angry look, and then hurries off after his friends.
I'm gonna make a mental note to find out who they are.
Yeah, absolutely.
That they're friends with Lotta.
I'm sure your connections will get you your answers if you do some digging.
Yeah. Yep.
Is anyone going to class?
I'm going to class.
I'm going to class. I'm just crying while going to class.
Oh, no.
I'm having a super fucking normal day.
Trix of all people is having the most normal day.
Trix
right
went to school. The rest of us are just at school.
Trix is the only one who knows what the homework is.
Well, the ideal place to get attention is when you are trapped in a room of 20 some other people who like can't really leave. So
What were you gonna say, Quinn?
I was gonna try to go to class, but now I don't know if I'm allowed to.
I mean, you can go to class. You'll be late because you walked yourself to the theater first.
I guess
So you'll just have to.
there. Mm-hmm.
You ended up in the theater.
Yes. Yeah. I will attempt to go to class.
Karma's looking for Lotta. So if Lotta went to class, that's where Karma will be. If not,
yeah.
Karma will be wherever Lotta is.
Lotta is going to this particular class. Okay. Lotta has picked up all of their things into their like little side bag, and she walks the like halfway distance across campus to the like liberal equivalent of like the liberal arts building, like where all the like artsy classes are and stuff, and she's going to like the like art free period thing where it's just like studio time.
Cool. So she's gonna just go straight to Lotta before she can even unpack like at an easel. She's just going to be like, she's gonna stop in front of her and she's gonna be like, I'm gonna need you to withdraw from the court.
Pardon? Why?
This is not about you. This is between me and Karen, and you're just gonna be collateral damage. So if you have any value for yourself or the rest of your years at this institution, I'm going to need you to withdraw.
Would you like to roll to shut someone down for me?
Sure thing. That is an 8. Wait,
an 8.
What do we roll with it?
Cold.
Okay. That is a 7.
A 7. Okay, still a partial success. So on a 7 to 9, you choose one of the following, and then in return, you will gain a condition.
Okay.
Do you want to gain a string on them, give them a condition, or take +1 forward on rolls?
I think I'm going to give her a condition.
Okay.
I think I'm going to give her fearful.
Perfect. She sort of like looks up at you and like, she doesn't know you, so she doesn't know anything that's happening here. But she sees that you have definitely, at the very least, enough standing and power to feel like you can just come up to someone in class and threaten their livelihood over a solstice election. And she's kind of like, Okay, I guess I'll withdraw for Queen. Do you
can-
care if I run for something else?
Run for whatever else you want. Don't get in the way between me and Karen for Queen.
Okay. Have you ever thought about the fact that maybe you should just, I don't know, ask people things?
Like what?
Like, never mind. And just sort of like sighs and like takes out her sketchbook and puts it on the easel. And just, if I knew it was because it was important to you, you wouldn't have had to threaten me to do it.
I didn't threaten you. I warned you. There's a difference.
Oh. Okay.
If you want to continue on, you can. I'm not going to stop you. You are going to get hurt. If this was any other year, I'd happily watch Karen demolish you. Not this year.
She's a little bit affronted. But like, oh, okay, you think I can't handle the election? I see. But she sort of like just like starts sketching and like turns away from you, like not paying attention as you continue. Yeah, what are you gonna say?
I need you to promise me that you're going to withdraw tonight.
Okay.
And with that, she nods and she walks away.
And sort of like muttering under her breath. And I would like you to take the condition in return, suspicious.
Okay. Ooh, I like that.
Yeah. As she begins sketching on her easel.
Does that mean that I am suspicious of her or someone is suspicious of me?
You are suspicious of her.
Okay.
You can expand it to suspicious in general if you'd like to. Just in general, you are feeling suspicious.
Yeah. I think Cordelia is going to go find Teague. And I think she comes to Teague and her cigarette's already lit. She was like walking down the hall smoking this cigarette. Because she is suspicious now. And she knows if she needs information, she goes to Teague. And so I think she's going to walk over, and I don't think she's going to say something right away. I think they're just going to like smoke in silence for a little bit. And then she's going to turn to Teague and go, "So what do you think of the new kid?"
I don't trust them.
Karma just nods. A little bit on the inside, she's glad that she's not the only one.
Seems like this new kid showed up, suddenly there were 3 strangers. Chaos. What is happening?
Ophelia left.
Ophelia
There's 3
left.
New kids. There's 4 new kids.
August is asking how they died. This is a bad day.
Everything's in shambles.
It's a bad day for Teague.
I don't either.
Should I find out some information? Oh, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to gaze into the abyss.
Okay, cool. Go right ahead for me. What are you looking for?
I'm just going to lean. I want to see if I'm like leaning into this. Like Cordelia is coming to me about Lotta, and this just I want to look into what kind of vibes. I'm vibe checking Lotta.
Vibe checking Lotta. Sounds good.
Just realized Cordelia doesn't know Lotta's name. Because she walked in
After?
between when they were trying to figure out where Lotta's from.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like who joins the court on their very first day of school? No. I'm vibe checking this.
Perfect. Roll plus dark.
Thank you. Look over here. Oh shit. That's a 9.
A 9. On a 7 to 9, the abyss shows you confusing and alarming visions, but you get your answers nonetheless. So you're just vibe checking.
Yeah.
Lotta.
So I think like Cordelia asked me that, and I respond like I don't trust Lotta, and then there's just like it's like I'm looking at a spot on the ground, but also I'm not looking at the spot on the ground. I'm kind of watching the smoke from my cigarettes.
You just watch Teague dissociate for a little bit.
Cordelia's not even phased. Cordelia's like, I think Teague is like their smoking buddy, where we can just like vibe in silence and like smoke a cigarette and it's fine. And like they've already agreed to get some information.
Yeah.
So like we're good.
Like I have a string on you, like, and also you respect Teague's smoking space. You know it is Teague's smoking space.
This is Teague's smoking space.
The teachers know it is Teague's smoking space.
If a teacher is looking for Teague, they like send someone to the smoking zone. They know that's where he is.
Yeah.
And but yeah, no. You sort of like look into the smoke of your cigarette and just let your eyes follow the patterns for a little while. And you watch as like your focus kind of expands in a way that like you're not super aware of your physical body, but you're aware of more things in like a metaphysical sense. And you look at the ground of your smoking spot, and you like hear a high, quiet sort of like very whimsical sort of laughter, and you watch as between the cracks of the cement here and the cobblestones, flowers start to pop up and grow, and they crack the cement foundations and they crack the bricks and just keep overtaking and overtaking while that laugh echoes in your head. And the laugh is you can tell from the like little bit you heard of her voice, it would be about the pitch that you'd think Lotta's laugh would sound like.
She's Rumpelstiltskin.
Some forest nymph. Our types don't match. Teague kind of brushes away, like waves away some of the smoke. We need to keep an eye on her.
Okay. If you hear anything else, let me know. I'll keep my eyes on her. I'll send. What is the one that's in love with me? Okay.
Oh.
Mila. It's Mila.
Mila.
Actually, I'll have Riley make nice. And then I think she stubs out her cigarette on the heel of her boot and walks away with. Actually, she turns. You look stressed.
It's been a bad day.
You wanna relieve some of that?
Yeah, fuck it. And she's gonna flick her cigarette away.
I feel like there's a bathroom that Cordelia, like, Teague has the smoking spot, and I think Cordelia has a bathroom that people are just like, we knock before we enter this bathroom.
This is Cordelia's cruising bathroom. Do not enter. Yeah.
Means I can ask a promise of you. Hey, Teague.
Yeah.
Want to help me take down Karen?
absolutely. God, that'd be so. I need that. Yes, I need that. That's what I need.
Promise me you'll help no matter how bad it gets.
Nothing can ever be that bad.
And then I think she pulls another cigarette out of her bag.
Of course. All right, but also when I have sex with someone, I tell them why I don't belong in the world.
Oh.
How is this? Is this? I don't want to say beneficial, but how is this work for you?
And if they agree that I don't belong in this world, I give myself a condition to reflect. If they disagree, I gain a string on them.
Oh, okay, that's how.
Okay.
So, oh fuck. I think Teague is going to tell Cordelia. God. I'm trying. I want to admit some things about August, but not about August. You feel me? So
Just spoil feelings about Gabriella that are rooted about how you've treated August.
I
It's
mean,
also another way to do it.
no, because I don't want to put that on Gab. I feel like I'm feeling guilty about August and them being stuck, and so I think I'm just gonna tell Cordelia, like as we're both smoking cigarettes, say like, in this bathroom, post whatever. You know, I think I fucked up really badly.
How?
Like, I don't regret it, but I trapped someone. Like, really, really trapped them. And I don't know if I can let them go. I don't know if they can even be let go. And I don't know what to do.
I think Cordelia takes another, like a long drag from her cigarette. We've all made mistakes. Sometimes we just have to live with them. And sometimes they affect others. And we have to live with that fact too. I don't think she's agreeing with you.
Okay, thank you.
So you get a string on her.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think they believe that you don't belong here. It's like the opposite of, it's the opposite side of the same coin of what she was talking with Gabriella. Of like, yeah, your actions affect people, but like, there's nothing you can do about that. Like, sometimes you hurt people.
Yeah.
Sometimes people care about
I think
you, and sometimes they don't.
Yeah, and I think Teague's response to that would just be, sometimes it's not even living. And that's all they're going to say about that.
I think that's just the end of
Yeah.
that scene.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, so Trix is going to class. August wants to try to go to class. You're capable of leaving the theater. I haven't locked you in there for all time.
You're not. Me trapping you wasn't trapping you in just the theater.
You are allowed to leave. You just kind of like wound up there when you meant to be somewhere else.
Like an emotional entrapment, you know?
Yeah. What class would everyone like to go to? Trix, what class are you going to? We go to a very weird school in which I just let you all decide what classes you're going to at any given time.
I'm trying to think. Like it really does not matter for Trix because they're focused on things that they're going to do after school. So they're
Fair
just
enough.
Chemistry.
Vibing
My
through
chemistry.
chemistry.
I'm putting some Alka-Seltzer tablets in some water.
Vibing in chemistry class.
Haunting in chemistry class seems more accurate.
Yeah, you're having a good time in chemistry. If you don't want to do anything in class, we can pop to what you want to do after class. Gabriella and August, are there classes you want to go to and do something in? I should have prefaced my question.
Poor choice of phrasing. Poor choice of phrasing. That's all I'm going to say.
Fair
I mean,
enough.
also valid form of phrasing. Is there anything you wanted, Quinn?
I was gonna ask also if Molly is going to class.
Molly gets to class in the way that, like, at some point someone like shakes her shoulder like 10 minutes after homeroom was ended and is like, why are you in here? As like a different class has tried to file into this room, and then he remembers that there is probably somewhere else he's supposed to be. And then they go to wherever that is. They're not the most schedule oriented person. So yeah, eventually she does get to class.
Is it English class?
It can be English class if you'd like it to be English class.
I would love it to be English class.
You're chilling in your English literature class. The instructor is going over your literary analysis project for the next book you have to read. I don't know any books off the top of my head right now. But yeah, you can sort of slide in a little bit late also. Do you sit in the middle-ish where no one sees you in every class, or do you sit in the back in other classes?
I think I sit in the back in other classes.
Yeah. And Molly also sits like near or in the back, but towards the windows. They like to sit like, if it is an option to sit in the windowsill, Molly's sitting in the windowsill. In this classroom, it isn't. So he's just sitting like next to the window, like physically here, maybe not mentally.
Yeah, if the seat next to Molly is empty, I will sit there.
Yeah. Like she like looks over, like sees that you are there and gives like an acknowledging nod, and then looks towards the instructor who's still talking and just goes,
August will kind of lean over. I have a question for you.
all right, ask away. Bless you.
Thank you.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Do you even know how to fucking read?
You're using your move question, right?
Yeah.
There's like a momentary pause, and like she looks down at the book that's definitely open in front of her, and goes, not well. Technically, yeah, I could put words together, but not well. And looks at you for a second, like, I've got one for you.
Be my guest.
Do you like it when no one notices you?
Most of the time, yeah.
Nods, no judgment, no like follow up, just something they were curious about.
Would you like to learn how to fucking read?
Sort of like, for the purposes that I would need to read, I can get the information from other sources a lot faster than I could read the book.
But like having someone read the Wikipedia page to you is slower than reading the Wikipedia page. Like you grasp that, right?
It's 1984.
An encyclopedia entry.
I didn't say any of those words.
Physical encyclopedia page.
I didn't say any of those words.
You're good.
Fancy Wikipedia. 80s Wikipedia.
Like a real physical encyclopedia, yeah. It might be a little more work, maybe, but I'm certain I could get you an effective summary of the book we're supposed to read for this project faster by batting my eyelashes at Connor over there than sitting down and reading it.
So I sit down and read it, and you do that.
Okay.
What happens if I win?
Oh, is it a bet? I don't know. What do you want? You're the one who's making the challenge, so.
If I win, I need you to do me a favor.
Vague, ominous. I like it. All right.
What do you
And
want if you win?
if I win, no, actually, I think all I want is the satisfaction of knowing that my inability to read irks you a little bit. And knowing that I can do just as fine without it is going to grate on your nerves every day.
I mean, you're misreading it, but like, you can't read, so.
I can't read, this is right. It doesn't bother me, but it clearly bothers you.
It doesn't bother me because, like, if it bothered me, that would be like kind of fucked up of me because, like, I don't know your life. But I don't know.
Here, I'll change it up then. If I win, you tell me why you want me to learn how to read.
Fair.
And the instructor has kind of left you to your own devices to read some of the book that you're working on. And Molly is just going to wander over to Connor, who is your stereotypical nerd class president person's desk. And she just sits on the top, she just sits on the edge of it and like leans over, and you can see them talking from where you're at.
And I think, and you can overrule me on this.
Yeah.
But I think that they look up at the board and see the name of the book, and it is the same book that was assigned last year.
Oh, it definitely is the same book that was assigned last year.
August has already read it at least once.
Yeah, it's definitely the same book. This instructor did not pick a new curriculum for the new class year. That's too much to ask.
Yeah, August has been here a hot minute, so August has already done all of the reading. And they just kind of stare at the board and dissociate for the rest of class. Having won the bet, but at what cost?
they did win the bet. Yeah, nope. Molly does get the full annotated plot summary of the book by the end of class, just by sort of leaning over and giving Connor a lot more attention than he's used to giving, they're used to getting. But not faster than you, who has already read the book.
Cool.
So now they come over and they like give you like, oh, do you want spoilers? I don't want to spoil it for you if you haven't finished yet.
I will say the spoiler that they are thinking of. I'm assuming I don't.
You can pick a book if you want. I don't care.
I don't think it was published yet, but it was going to be very funny.
I haven't taken an English class in like 5 years.
Yeah, my brain is just like Poe brain rot. But whatever major spoiler it was,
Yeah.
August will say it before.
Well, I guess reading is a little faster for you. And I suppose I owe you a favor.
You do.
Are you going to call that in now, or are you going to keep it a secret for a little while?
Now, I think.
All right.
I need you to do some digging. Not literal, metaphorical.
Oh, good. Perfect, because I don't like getting my hands dirty.
No, I didn't. Well, I could anyway.
Molly clicks their nails in the desk and like, I keep these well manicured. I don't like getting dirt underneath them.
I want more info on Teague.
Oh. All right.
I want dirt on Teague.
I'll see what I can do. I run in every circle, as I'm sure you know. So
yeah.
I'll see what I can look up for you.
Make nice, maybe.
I will. And I'll let you know what I find.
Perfect.
Sort of curls back up, just as like to pack up their things before you switch to next classes and things. Trix, you've been having a normal human day at school. You went.
I was like, is anybody gonna do anything else before the school day ends?
No. Let's please give Trix space. Please,
yeah, I'm gonna give Trix some screen time.
Please.
You've had a normal human day at school. You went to all your classes, you turned in your assignments, and you know what the homework is, which cannot be said for about half of your class. Everyone will be paging you later this week asking what the fuck they have to do in class later.
Celia will just come over and steal the homework and then like sleep with them and it'll be fine.
What is Trix gonna do at the end of their day?
So presumably, because we were talking about it, Karen's Sears shoot is today, yes?
It can be today if you'd like it to be today.
I would like it to be today. Now before I get into this,
all right.
I have to ask you, the man, have you did you ever go to Sears photo studios in the late 90s, early 2000s?
Yes.
How they're set up and stuff?
Yes, there is a picture of me downstairs sitting in the JCPenney flower pot. Growing out of the flower pot like a baby. But yes, so I have been to the Sears / JCPenney's studio experience.
So we used to go a lot for some reason, because I don't know if I actually have any photos of me at that age, but we used to go a lot. So I'm very intimately aware with how they're set up. And Trix, who makes it his mission in life to just kind of collect tidbits of information that might be useful. I think she heads to. Is the Sears independent or is it a mall?
It's a mall Sears.
Oh, good.
The concept of independent Sears is to me is upsetting. If I just saw a Sears in a parking lot, that's not a real place. If I
There's
walk
one
in,
right-
I won't walk out.
There was, I don't know if it's still because Sears doesn't exist anymore, but like 6 minutes from Knott's Berry Farm, there's one. Sorry, weird
No,
fact.
I was gonna say there's a Walmart near me that used to be a Sears, so you walk in and you're like, this was a Sears, but now it's a Walmart, and it's
way
still
you phrased
set up
that made it
like a Sears.
Oh no!
the way you phrased that made it sound like it was some sort of like eldritch horror manifestation of
Well,
capitalism.
yeah.
Just bleeding through a
That's because the
Sears.
Yeah.
first time I went, I walked in and I was like, why is everything oddly familiar and totally foreign at the same time? Holy shit, this used to be a Sears. This is where all the clothes would be. Now there's food.
Very upsetting.
On that
Familiar,
horrifying
but not
note.
too familiar. But not
All
too
right.
familiar.
Continue talking about the mall Sears and what you would like to do.
So
Sorry.
Trix is gonna. I almost said Tig just now. Trix is gonna head into the food court,
Okay.
and they are going to go and buy just like the biggest. I'm trying to think of a color. Probably like the biggest, greenest smoothie that they can get.
Okay.
Uh,
It's the 80s. There's definitely one of those like smoothie bars that also has like they advertise for jazzercise in there and stuff.
yeah.
Aerobics class.
And then they are going to head into the Sears studio waiting area, and they're going to wait until Karen gets there.
Yeah, like Karen's appointment is at like 4:45. So she left school early at like 1 to get ready for her photos. And so her appointment's at 4:45, so she's had like 3 hours to get ready and get her hair done. And she's in very like very 80s girl boss like
Her hair's up
first-
to here.
first female CEO downtown outfit, like big shoulder pads, like a like bright pink blazer over like a cream button down, looking very sharp with her hair like very tousled, like big 80s CEO, but she's like 22.
Excellent. But yeah, what a surprise! Oh my god, you look incredible.
Thanks. I know.
Are you getting pictures done?
No, I'm here to stare at the walls.
They're pretty fucking nice walls. I'm also
Okay.
getting pictures done. Trix is wearing a Tweety Bird shirt, a too large Tweety Bird shirt, and striped shorts, and like maybe a baseball hat. Like they look like trash. They look like they've been digging in the hole.
Oh, you're getting candids? That's so cute.
Everything about me is so cute.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I think your appointment is actually before mine. So I guess I will just sit here and wait. We can talk. We can hang out. Did you leave early today? Did you want to like I could catch you up on the stuff that you missed?
Oh, don't worry. I've got people for that.
Okay. That's cool. That's cool. That's really cool. I think you're really cool.
Like, she smiles in a way that's like not like genuine and grateful. She's like, yeah, I'm cool. And she has not sat down. Like, she's not sitting down to wait. She is standing and waiting for the attendant to come and talk to her.
Trix is sitting. Trix is gonna take a big ol' swig of green juice. and just like wait for the attendant to come out.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, eventually the like photographer comes out and like finishes with whoever was before that, and you see like a family with like a couple of toddlers dressed up in like matching little like sailor outfits come out of the photo studio.
Can I tell you guys something? Because you just mentioned that, I just had the very vivid memory of my mother taking us to Sears and picking a dress for me out of the rack and like tucking the tag into the dress so you couldn't tell. Getting the pictures done and then changing me out of the dress and putting it back on the rack. Sorry, you said sailor outfits and that slid up that memory into my brain.
Well, now I know what I want to do next time I want to get formal pictures taken. I'm not buying shit.
Why would you?
But yeah, you watch as like this like family like exits, having clearly just gotten like baby photos done of their two little toddlers. And then they call Karen back into the studio.
Okay, so as this family is walking out,
Mhm.
and Karen is standing, presumably like just off the side so they can walk out, I am just going to do like a spit take.
I would- Okay.
I will roll.
I would like you to roll to lash out physically.
I would love to lash out physically. I think I have something I need to add to that.
Volatile.
No, I was checking that I don't have a mortal move associated with it also.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know what your moves are. I will say lash out physically unless you have a move that is better fitting, because I don't have everyone's moves memorized.
No, I don't have a better move. But I rolled a 7.
Okay. On a 7 to 9, you harm them, which obviously you're not doing physical harm, you're doing emotional and outfit harm. But you also get to choose one of the following. Either they learn something about your true nature and gain a string on you, I decide how bad the harm turns out, or you become your darkest self.
I don't even remember what my darkest self is. Hang on.
Yeah, check that first. All darkest self campaign.
That'd be very fun.
It would be very fun. Yeah, I'll go darkest self.
Okay.
I'll do it.
Okay. I'll have to look at what that means for you. Sorry, I'm gonna read this really fast. Cool.
Oh, I'm reading this.
Cool.
Too.
Yeah, I feel
Oh,
like maybe
no.
take a peek at that. It's gonna be fun.
gonna be
Everyone,
good.
we're in danger.
Yeah, so you do a horrible spit take of your green juice smoothie thing.
I'm shrieking because these kids are so cute.
And just sort of like splatter green all over her like pristine pink and cream suit. And there's just like it's very clear that someone has spat smoothie at her. It's kind of like chunky because it's smoothie and not like soda. And you just spit it all over her. There's a little bit on her face that she like freaks out and like wipes off and is like disgusted. And she just glares at you.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry. Oh my god, and I'm gonna like walk up like with I've got a napkin because it's a mall. There's napkins. I've got a napkin in one hand to like reach out and try and help, and then I'm gonna squeeze the smoothie cup in my other hand so that it just drips like all down her shoulders and things.
And she just shrieks at the top of her lungs. And she's going to slap you across the face. I do have to roll today.
I know, baby. Hang on.
That is a 7, so it's a partial success. So she's just like hard smacks you across the face. And her nails have recently been done because she got them done for this, and she got them done into points. And there's just like a slash as her nails just kind of like cut 3, like not like deep cuts, but 3 cuts into your cheek, and like a little bit of blood like bubbles to the surface there as you take 1 harm. And the attendant is just kind of like watching in like partial horror and partially like they're not getting paid enough to stop you from fighting in the lobby, but they are getting paid enough to watch.
I am gonna drop the cup on her shoes, just like one last little spat, and then I'm gonna lean in and I'm gonna. Sympathy is my weapon.
Okay, what does that do?
Every time you forgive someone for hurting you and excuse their base nature, you gain a string on them.
Okay.
So I'm just going to lean in and, hey, that's okay. I forgive you. And I'm just gonna like turn around and walk away. And as I do that, I'm just gonna smack the fire alarm so the sprinklers go off.
And you just hear, but higher pitched. I just have no higher range right now because of my voice. But yeah, and you just watch as everyone evacuates the Sears photography studio as the fire alarm goes off, and she's just drenched in water and covered in green smoothie. Her hair has been flattened and is now starting to frizz out because of the sprinklers. And she just, and like her makeup is running down her face. And
casually shoplifts a disposable camera so I can get a photo of it. Do I need to roll to shoplift?
You don't need to roll to shoplift. That's a free action.
Shoplifting is a free action.
I think I will just have you roll a straight 2d12, or 2d6, not 2d12. Jesus Christ, a straight 2d6, and I will determine how good those photos are when you get them developed.
Can I add anything to it?
No, just a straight 2d6.
Okay, that's an 8.
Okay,
not bad.
Yeah, so like you don't have like a money shot of her like screaming in the like downpour, but you do, when you get them developed, you do have like several photos of her just covered in water and smoothie and looking horrendous, and like there's blood coming out of little like things on her face. So you've got some pretty bad photos of Karen.
And at least one pretty sick selfie. Anyway, those are going to make great posters.
But yeah, so that's how you spend your afternoon, ruining Karen's life deeply and personally.
Trix gets home. Cordelia is sitting on her bed. And I think Cordelia has a hickey on their neck.
It's a bite mark.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like going to ask you, Jess, if that was something that you think Teague would do, but then I was like, they're a Cerberus.
They're a Cerberus. They are very mouthy. It's a bite mark.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Oh wait, hang on. Things have shifted.
Things have changed for me.
Oh yeah, I didn't realize we're all different people.
Someone
still me.
cheated.
I mean, Percy, oddly enough, over time, people become different people. It's a remarkable thing.
No, that doesn't make sense to me. No, absolutely not. I am still the same shoplifted toddler in this series.
Oh, I think the best part is that no one is in charge.
I am. I was there.
Oh, you are? Okay.
Yeah.
When I looked, there was no one in the GM spot.
Okay. All right. We good.
No,
Thank
the
you.
overlay is just reflecting the reality of all games in which a GM is present. The GM is not actually in control.
I think Cordelia furrows their brow and they're like, "What do you mean? What am I doing?
What are you doing here? What happened to your neck? Who did that?
I don't even think Cordelia checked before they left. They're just like, oh, probably Teague. I got Lotta to drop out. So it's just Karen we have to worry about.
Great. Leave.
What do you mean?
Leave. Get out of my house.
I thought you were going to help me with this.
I am helping you with this. Get out of my house. I'm gonna like shove the camera into your hands and just go.
Cordelia
Rolled.
oh, go ahead.
Oh, go.
No,
No,
go
you. I was gonna say roll to shut someone down.
Yeah, I'll roll to shut someone down. I think I have a move for that. Oh no, it's only if I'm using your name as a threat, which doesn't work if I'm threatening you. 6 plus. Do I add anything? What do I add?
Cold.
Oh, 5.
Oh, you fail.
Yeah.
So mark experience.
Excellent.
And you try to like push Karma out, try to get her to leave. You're not a very imposing visage to Karma.
And how do you plan on helping me if you don't want to talk about this?
I don't want to talk about it, so it doesn't matter.
It matters. What is wrong with you all of a sudden?
Maybe I've just had a really rough fucking day. I don't know if you've noticed, but my face is bleeding. No, of course you didn't. Of course you didn't. You didn't notice. Because it's all about you, isn't it? It's about you and your campaign to be queen. You haven't even asked me if you could help with me becoming king. If there's anybody else running, you don't care. Leave.
I think Cordelia takes this as them breaking their promise.
Oh, what happens with that?
Which means that I mark experience.
Okay.
And it also means that if a promise is broken, justice must be wrought in trickery or blood. So I think Cordelia does get up and does leave.
And I think that might be a wonderful place for us to leave for next session to see what Cordelia's plans are.
Whoa.
Thank you all for joining me, and for going through our tech difficulties in the middle there. I don't remember the order we went in, so I'm going to do my best to do it backwards, but I might fuck it up. Jessie, do you want to go first?
Yes. Hi, I'm Jessie. You can find me at Who's the Moose on the interwebs. I do art things. You can also catch me on Mondays here at Friends Real Days on The Mind and the Martyr. And that's it.
Gabriella. Sorry, Angela.
I mean, you're not incorrect. I also go by this name. Hello there, everyone. I'm Angela, otherwise known as Phoenix24 Femme on the Twitter sphere, where you can follow me and you can find both the poetry that I'm about to start sharing from my Patreon at Philosophem once again on Tuesdays and Thursdays once I start writing again, and also hopefully by the end of, if not today, tomorrow, the 17th playbook linked to my take on converting all of the Final Fantasy XIV jobs into playbooks for the Slayers RPG system. The last one is it's here. It's going to be done soon. The project is over and it only took 2 months. And
Awesome.
if you want to find me over at Queerly Yours Podcast with my partner, where we're on a bit of a hiatus while some life changes are happening, but my partner and I, who are polyamorous, both trans and an interracial couple, Been together for almost 10 years now, and we talk a lot about relationships and communication and why a lot of things are actually really easy to solve if you just talk to your partner, and how hard and easy that is. But also, tomorrow, at the same kind of time slot that we did for today, you can find me weekly over at All Nerds Here on Sundays at 3 p.m. EST, running Animon Story, which is basically the Pocket Monster / Digimon Pokemon RPG, where my players are running through an island that has a world tree on it, and are also fighting rust and rot and eco-environmentalism mixed with Final Fantasy vibes, because I have a brand and I stick to it. I think that covers everything for now. And yeah, someone else take the wheel.
Quinn might have been next.
Hello. Hi, I'm Quinn, at Quintastic _ on Twitter. I do things and also stuff. Fuck is what? Some Tuesdays I'm in Haven of Horrors on Heroes Without Limits at insert time here. Next Wednesday is exciting. I think it's at 6 Central. I'm going to be on Transplaner for Shoot Your One Shot. That's going to be a fun time. Finger guns. Do I do other things? Probably. You should just follow me on Twitter if you want to know about them. Bye, make games. Bye.
You make games.
You make games at your itch.
You make games.
You make games. They're very good.
Rina.
Hi, I'm Rina at Liquid Rina on all the platforms. I stream sometimes, and if you send me money, I'll tell you a secret.
And last but not least, Serina.
Hi, I'm Serina. I'm ever haunting on most platforms except Instagram, where a drag queen has ever haunting and will not give it to me. I've offered her real life money. I stream on Twitch Monday, Wednesday, Fridays at 7:30 CST, except August is wild because I am moving across the country and I have to tend to all of my loved ones in this state before I leave it. But you can follow me on Twitter and know when I'm actually streaming, because I've been doing like pop-up streams since I can't stick to my schedule. I am also a voice actor. You can hear me lending my voice to Evelyn Trixie in Monocyte with our lovely GM Rue. And I'm also in a new podcast called Nemesine, which is about a space prison in which I play a Black lesbian revolutionary, and I love her. But yeah, follow me on Twitter and I'll talk to you. I love making friends. Oh, also, if you want to see me have a stroke and lose my mind tonight, I'm going to be appearing on a friend's stream, That One Music Kid. We're playing golf with your friends. So if you want to watch me lose my mind, stop on over.
I'm so bad at golf with your friends.
I hate this game.
Is anyone actually good with golf with your friends? Like,
no.
Quinn, shut the fuck up.
Of course you are.
Quinn, fuck off. I'm Rue. I have been your MC for this afternoon. You can find me on Twitter as @IlanaKnight13 and everywhere else as just Ilana Knight without the 13, because I made a Twitter at the age of 12, locked myself out of it, and Twitter won't give it back to me. Other than this stream, on Sundays, you can see me as a player in Nerds with Dice's Gehenna Principle, where I'm playing a circus clown vampire. And on every other Tuesday, you can find me GMing Heroes Without Limits. I GM Haven of Horrors, which is an investigative horror game that I wrote myself. Other than that, yeah, that's all I do. I don't think I'm in anything else right now, and if I am, I don't remember it. We will see you. I would like to thank Percy for making the overlays that you're seeing, both the one that you're currently looking at and our starting soon and be right back screens. I'd like to thank Jessie for running tech for us today and getting through all the hiccups that we had to deal with. And I'd like to thank Friends Who Roll Dice for hosting our show on the channel. And you will see us back here same time 2 weeks from now, so on the 14th of August, where we will see how all of this plays out. Thank you all for joining me.